Breathe, or Respire, which is French for breathe. Remember a couple of videos back where I talked about the diary of a teenage girl? Well, if that was a little too quirky a coming-of-age movie for you, how about we sophisticate it up by adding some subtitles and take a look at this French coming-of-age movie? Although, even though by definition it's not per se a coming-of-age story, it does contain teenagers and their stupid drama. Are you guys as intrigued as I am? Let's take a look anyway. Directed by Mélanie Laurent, who some of you will probably recognize as Shosanna, the character she played in Inglourious Basterds, Breathe follows Charlie. She's a nothing out of the ordinary 17-year-old high school student whose biggest concern in life at the moment is the relationship of her parents, who are in a bit of a separation. Then, one day, a new girl enters her school, Sarah, and, oh, they can sit together. And Sarah, she's quite something, isn't she? She's a little rebellious, mysterious even. Well, they soon become inseparable friends after bonding over typical girl stuff like putting in tampons together and holding each other's hair while puking. You've been there. Then, during a break from school, Charlie asks her new friend Sarah to come with her and her mom to this little camping place. All is well and fun until Charlie introduces Sarah to one of the camping friends as a classmate, not a friend. And from here on, the dynamics of their relationship start to change a little bit. Ooh. If all of this sounds a little generic and not all that interesting, I understand, because it kinda does. So far, it sounds like just your typical high school tale with stuff that's really not that important. I understand that, I actually kinda felt the same, but nevertheless, it did keep me interested. Mostly due to the performances, especially by the two main girls. They were excellent. It just felt really sincere, you know. Even though the actresses were a little older than what they're portraying, it didn't feel off. You know, like you sometimes see in American movies where actors in their late 20s are portraying teenagers. All the interactions they and the other kids have, it seems rather natural, realistic, also the stuff that keeps them busy. They just feel like real characters. Plus, they're not completely repulsive to look at, so I ain't complaining. And, well, that's what kept it interesting for me. But you're probably still like, you know, that's fine and all, but still, what's so special about this movie? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I do want to talk about that, but in order to do so, I will have to spoil it a little bit. And I myself, I actually went into this movie more or less completely blind, and I was really taken by surprise by how the whole story unfolded. So if you think that you would want to see this movie and you want to have the same experience as I have, then I suggest you skip the spoilers and go to here, like this time mark. Okay? Okay. So, after the introducing her as just a classmate incident during the trip, Sarah starts to act a bit hard to get, if you will. Sometimes she's all like, besties, and then other times she just sorta ignores Charlie. That's not cool. And then, after some incidents, this behavior of Sarah slowly turns into upright bullying. And bullying sucks, obviously, and it's been portrayed in a lot of movies, but the way it's done in this movie, it really got to me a bit. And the funny thing is, well, not funny, like I said, bullying is not fun, but the funny thing is that it's all portrayed very subtle. At one point it just sort of starts and then it's there and you're just watching the movie and you're like, Jesus, Sarah, did I have you wrong? She's fucking evil. And she might have her reasons for that, but man, did I feel for Charlie. She's just so innocent and sweet and absolutely did not deserve any of this. And then it works towards its end, which I'm still not sure whether I liked it or not, but it's definitely out there and it really made me go like, woo. And if you're like, dude, man the fuck up, what the hell are you crying about? Then I suggest that you just give this movie a chance yourself. I think I should also take back what I said in the beginning about this being a coming-of-age movie. If anything, it's more a very interesting character study. Well, a character and relation study. Since dysfunctional, abusive relationships are kind of a theme here. And I don't mean abusive per se in a physical violence kind of way. Okay, I feel like this video is getting a little unstructured and then I'm just blabbering on and on. So, to finally sum up why, if you haven't noticed already, I love this movie, well, let's see. First up, Yes, it's a very slow burner. But the natural and sincere performances keep it interesting and worthwhile. Plus you have some nice cinematography. Lots of handheld shots, which I've read to some might get a little tiresome, but it really didn't bother me. Then the story, which may not seem all that interesting at first, but it'll definitely take you to unexpected emotional places, all the while staying very real. To me, it just felt very reminiscent of being that age. Although half the viewers here are probably going through exactly that age as of right now. In that case, check out this movie and this video again in a couple of years and, maybe you'll understand what I'm trying to say. In conclusion, it's just a very well made, honest drama that takes an excellent look at interesting and sometimes complex characters and relationships. Yeah, I thought it was really good.